Hello, good morning everyone, good afternoon, Taipei. Thank you very much, it was beautiful. This was the Spring and Autumn Silk and Bamboo Ensemble in Taipei. I would like to welcome you everyone today here at the National Library of Estonia as we are opening this beautiful exhibition, and also people who send this exhibition to us here at the National Central Library, Taiwan. And to greet you all for the first speech, please welcome Janne Andresoo, Director General of National Library of Estonia. Please.
Excellencies, dear colleagues, dear guests, the National Library of Estonia is very glad for the opportunity to host the exhibition prepared by the National Central Library of Taiwan. Today we pay a lot of attention to digital collections and the development of e-services in order to provide our users with easy and convenient access to the material we store. On the other hand, we also cherish the past. This exhibition gives a unique insight into the history of paper, writing, and books. It is a privilege to share with our patrons a glimpse into the days long gone when people started to write and the first books came to be. Books laid a solid foundation for the preservation of cultural heritage, and being able to examine old copies today gives world culture a magic historical dimension. I'm convinced that this exhibition will enlighten and enrich all visitors. Thank you.
Thank you. And now I would like to welcome Erik Huang, Ambassador of Taipei Mission of Republic of Latvia.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us for this wonderful opening. Especially, I would like to thank Director Andresoo and Director Jen of the National Central Library of Taiwan. I think this is a very, very meaningful event for the cultural exchange between such two geographically distant countries, but we share the same spirit of promoting our culture. I would like to first to thank the National Library of Estonia for co-hosting with Taiwan's National Central Library this meaningful event to introduce to the Estonian readers the reinventions of books over the last millenniums, the evolution of ancient printing technologies, and the beauty and meaning imprinted in the memory of the civilization of ancient China. It is very meaningful for Taiwan National Central Library to contribute its collections for the curation of this very insightful and meaningful exhibition. It tells the story of contemporary Taiwan, that when we are moving into a multicultural society with a lot of influences at the same time from Europe, from United States, from Asia, from many parts of the world, we deeply cherish our root of culture. We are also able to grow our new culture based on our old roots. And also, the cooperation of the theme between two national libraries that, just like I mentioned, away, but we share the same goal to share our culture is also a great example that culture transcends national boundaries, and beauty is simply timeless. I learned that the National Library of Estonia is one of the largest, and should be the largest in my mind, in the Central and the Eastern European Union. You also have an abundance of collections of ancient printing in your culture. I hope that we could, in the future, also have an exhibition of the Library of Estonia in Taiwan. Representing Taiwan in the Baltic states, I would like to once again thank both the National Library of Estonia and the National Central Library of Taiwan in promoting the culture and history of Taiwan in your beautiful country. We will continue to encourage and support such wonderful events. And I wish you have a successful event and look forward to our future cooperations. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now we would like to give a word to our friends in Taiwan. Shu Xiancheng, Director General of National Central Library, Taiwan, please.
Thank you. Ms. Yana Andresu, Director General of National Library of Estonia. Ambassador Eric Huang, Taipei Mission in the Republic of Latvia. Esteemed guests, staff from National Library of Estonia, welcome everyone. It's an honor to be with you today to celebrate the National Central Library's first collaborative project with National Library of Estonia, and to attend the opening ceremony of the Imprint of Civilization ancient books from the National Central Library, Taiwan. Books are an important invention by which all achievements are recorded, knowledge is passed on, and the emotions are expressed. With books, the wisdom of the human race can be preserved. The development journey of books happened over a long period of time and was the amalgam of countless efforts before growth and the maturity were achieved. One of National Central Library's most important missions is the acquisition of books and other materials. In addition to the continued acquisition of legally deposited new publications, the library also has also in its holdings a sizable amount of ancient Chinese books and materials. In recent years, National Central Library has continued to strengthen its collaboration with national libraries across the globe in order to promote international exchange. This provides more resources to the public. Because of this fall, National Central Library and the National Library of Estonia have teamed up to co-host the Imprint of Civilization ancient books from the National Central Library, Taiwan. Estonia is located next to the Baltic Sea. It is a beautiful country and combined with Latvia, Lithuania forms the Baltic states. Located in Tallinn, National Library of Estonia is not only tasked with archiving culture, but also is a catalyst for social change. Some of National Library of Estonia's precious holdings include rare manuscripts, in addition to rare books from the Western Incunabula in the 15th century, more than 1,500 16th and 17th century books. And all books published in Estonia. It also actively promotes digital operations and plays a very important role in language and cultural heritage. The first time National Central Library and the National Library of Estonia engaged in cultural exchange was through an exhibition. It's our desire that a popularized, clarified, simplified, and more lively display method and catalog, in conjunction with National Central Library's replicated books and other items, will afford the European public the chance to become more familiar with the beauty of ancient books, understand the development of Chinese books, and even to promote book education and increase the cultural exchange between our two countries. In the future, we hope to have more opportunities to have a closer and a deeper collaboration with National Library of Estonia. Through international collaboration, this exhibition will take the knowledge stored in National Central Library's rare books and transmit it overseas. It will be as if a bridge was erected to facilitate communication and exchange between Eastern and Western culture. Not only will it bring patrons and the libraries closer, but will also give the European public an opportunity to appreciate the beauty of ancient books, as well as the ancient sources and the long historical development of books. The world is now heavily influenced by the COVID-19 pandemic. It's said that National Central Library staff members and I cannot personally travel to National Library of Estonia. However, we are still sending display items and the catalog for the exhibition to you via email, so that the cultural exchange between our two countries will not be interrupted by the pandemic. I would like to thank Ambassador Huang and his colleagues. They came all the way here from Latvia to participate in this grand event at this memorable moment to help National Central Library to open a new page in the history of National Central Library's effort to expand cultural exchange and to witness the milestones of cultural exchange between Taiwan and Estonia. I once again express my thanks to National Library of Estonia for being willing to work together with us, and for all your assistance in assuring that this exhibition is displayed in a suitable location. It's such a pleasure working with you. I hope that everything will go smoothly with the exhibition. I also sincerely look forward to the day when the pandemic is over, so that we can resume our interactions. May our friends in Estonia and Europe enjoy the exhibition, as well as peace and health. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now we're gonna officially open the exhibition by cutting the red ribbon. From the other side. And for this, we welcome Janne Andresoo, Director General of National Library of Estonia, Erik Huang, Ambassador of the Taipei Mission of Republic of Latvia, and Shu Xianzeng, Director General of National Central Library, Taiwan. Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome Märt Läänemets, President of Estonian Oriental Society, for a short speech, please.
Your Excellency, honorable directors of two libraries, dear friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored to be invited here to this beautiful opening ceremony of this exhibition from faraway city Tartu in South Estonia. For the introduction, I am happy and proud, as I am the patriot of my city and my university, as the patriot of Tartu. I have to say that this is perhaps the first this kind of Chinese ancient book exhibition in the National Library, but it is not first in Estonia. We had a similar exhibition of ancient books in Tartu, in the University of Tartu Historical Museum some 5 or 6 years ago. Again, arranged and organized in the cooperation and the support of the Taipei mission in Latvia. It was your predecessor, maybe, this ambassador who was helping us very, very much. And I was one of the organizers again. But this is the past. Now we are here, and what to say? I'm not well prepared. Why I am here? It is because personally my former student Virge asked me to come here, and I have to say that the study of Chinese philosophy, religion, Chinese thought and literature has been my great passion for quite a few decades, since I was young, some teenager. And when I joined the University of Tartu, then I hoped to start to study Chinese language, but that time, 40 years ago, we had not the special courses or programs of Chinese language. We have only one person who now ancient Chinese literary language, the Wenyan, and then we have a few classes there. This is the thing I regret, that in my youth I had not possibility to study systematically Chinese. Then I studied by myself, mainly to read some ancient pieces of Confucius and Buddhist things, what I was interested more, and only in my later life, when Estonia re-established its independence, I had the opportunity to study some periods in both Taiwan and mainland China. But still, now I am already old man, and the only thing I regret is that in the youth of the language. So therefore sometimes I read something or translate, I still feel myself as beginner, the student. Long way to go to the deep Chinese wisdom. And therefore I want to say that study language and reading is the main thing if you want to learn and understand Chinese culture. Not only Chinese, but any culture. You have to first study this language. So, young people, start to study Chinese language if you want to learn more about China, Chinese culture, Chinese contemporary affairs, Taiwanese as well. I hurriedly arrived here from Tartu. The train was delayed because of the reparation of the railway, and I had not enough time to see all those beautiful things. I only very quickly had some first glimpse from this catalog, the beautiful catalog. But what I want to say, all, especially the Chinese know it, but all Estonian friends, you think about that the Chinese written system, Chinese system of writing, is the oldest succeeding writing system in the world today. It started already some about 1500s before Christ, before common era. And it is developed and has been in use all this 3,500, maybe more years. We have not another such kind of such long history and all time continuously in use writing systems. Yes, our Latin system and Greek and Slavic and other alphabetic systems are also quite old, more than 2,000 years, but still Chinese one is much older. And what is more interesting and important in my eyes is that the Chinese writing system has still used the characters which were elaborated more than 2,000 years ago. Sometimes we call them hieroglyphs, but it's not maybe a very proper name for them. It's sometimes today scholars call them sinographs, that Chinese graphs, Chinese characters. It is a more proper term maybe. And therefore, as those characters are so old, and so every character, if you look it has the word of itself. If you use some Chinese dictionaries, some characters have 10, 20, even more meanings. And if you are a translator, which one to select to translate it into Estonian? But therefore, you have, it's not enough to know some set of characters, few hundreds or few thousands or even 10,000 characters. The literate Chinese people I have heard know about 10,000 characters, but scholars know much more. But all total number of Chinese characters, I think nobody knows. The largest, more complete dictionaries have some 50,000 or 60,000 or even more. But in everyday use there are much, not all, because many of them are very old and only specialists know them. But the writing system is only medium, not thing in itself. And what is important is the literature, what is written in with those characters. And the Chinese literature has also very, very long history, starting from this very first items of the bronze inscriptions and bones inscriptions up to the printed books and up to the contemporary books. And I have heard, I don't know whether anybody really has made any statistics that all the literature written in Chinese language, this Chinese writing system is many times more, not larger than all Western literatures taken together. Maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times. This is, of course, speculation, but I believe it. Because Chinese culture and literature has developed in a succeeding way. No great breaks as there have been in Europe. And in this exhibition we can see different literary pieces from this ancient sacred text up to the Buddhist books. One of them, one of my favorite Buddhist texts, the Diamond Sutra, is here. One of the oldest printed books at all in the world, which is, and here near Buddhist books, which is the oldest example in the National Library of Taiwan, printed already in the end of 10th century. It means printed 500 years before Gutenberg, when Gutenberg started printing books in Europe. And the printing is still older in China. So we have learned all technical things which made up our civilization from China. So, yes, I would like to speak a lot, but my time is today over, and I recommend all who are here today not just have a look, but read all this introducing text and enjoy. If you cannot read this Chinese text, enjoy them looking and admiring this beauty. Chinese calligraphy is always a piece of art, not just writing, but piece of art, and very beautiful. And many Western people who cannot read, actually, who cannot understand Chinese writing, they always say, okay, I cannot understand anything, but I see how beautiful it is. So, but from this beauty, maybe the experiencing this beauty is the first step to start to learn this language. And I wish to all my Estonian friends passion and working ability to learn Chinese language. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We are about to end the exhibition opening. Oh, I suppose we have someone who wants to say a few words. Mariakki. No, proovime.
Head koosviibijad siis siin ja sealpool ekraani. Et mul on Eesti-Taiwani, Riigikogu Eesti-Taiwani sõprusgrupi nimel hea meel kõiki tervitada. Ja eelkõige mul on hea meel tervitada Taiwani missiooni uut juhti, Erik Huangit, tema esmakordsel viibimisel Eestimaal.
The representative from Estonian Parliament, Taiwan Friendship Group, is greeting everyone, and especially Ambassador on his first visit to Estonia.
Et missiooni juhi viibimine siin tähendab ikka järjepidevuse jätku Eesti ja Taiwani sõprussuhetes. Meenutaksin, et Eesti või Riigikogus on sõprusgrupp juba 25 aastat, veerand sajandit, 1996. aastast. Ja me oleme alati oluliseks pidanud häid kultuuri- ja sõprussuhteid ja haridussuhteid, haridusvahetust Taiwaniga.
The Estonian Taiwan Friendship Group's been established for 25 years, and the bilateral relations are very important and respected here.
Ma arvan, et see on väga märgiline, et praegu me Hiina vana kultuuri saame siin jälle näha Rahvusraamatukogus. See on meile hästi oluline, et meile toote seda kultuuri siia, et me saame sellega tutvuda. Ja ma arvan, et hästi oluline on meile ka see, kui me saame oma noori inimesi saata Taiwani ja ka teie inimesed käivad meil ja meie sõprussuhted saavad jätkuvad. Ja mul on selles suhtes väga tore tervitada kõiki ja soovida nendele sõprussuhetele pikka iga. Aitäh! Tervitan selle näituse, ma arvan, et see on märgiline, et see näitus.
This exhibition here today is really significant and holds a great meaning to us here in Estonia as well. Thank you. And now we are ending the exhibition opening, and we have final tunes from the National Central Library in Taiwan, and the ensemble, I believe, is ready to perform. And thank you everyone for joining us. It's been wonderful. Thank you.